What up, YouTube? T-Movies here. Here is my review for the final season of 13 Reasons Why. Now, 13 Reasons Why is, of course, based on it is based on a book that only has literally just, I'm not really much knowledge of the book, but I believe there's, only, one of the book, only one comic book. I don't think that it's not like Twilight where there's, a sequel to the book or not. So, still a bit odd that they decided to go ahead and do about 4 seasons, but, it's 13 Reasons Why it is a bit of a very controversial show because of course it dealt with suicide stuff. It, it this season really dealt with with some crazy issues. Like of course there was anxiety issues. There ended up being a school lockdown this season. Of course it dealt with Clay and the kids of the high school, or of course they're all celebrating their dealing with their senior year, which I speak for everyone when I say is they're still not seniors yet. I mean, for real, these characters are the characters on their series why look way too old to still be playing teenagers. I mean, seriously, they're literally still not seniors yet. That, that's something I still can't wrap my head around. But yeah, I guess there are some crazy issues in this that's very too mature for younger kids to deal with. But I mean, heck, the one who plays Zach Ross Butler, I'm not kidding. That dude is literally 30 years old playing a 17-year-old. I literally did not even look like that when I was in high school. But whatever. Anyway, and of course, if you guys don't remember, in season 3, it dealt with one of the kids, Bryce Walker, getting murdered and all that. And Bryce, that dude was such a douchebag. I mean, the actor, of course, played him, did such a great job. But man, the character of Bryce was just, I'm not gonna lie. There were a couple times where I kind of wanted to jump into the TV and just punch a dude. He was such a douche. But anywho, and so you got Clay played wonderfully by Dylan Minnette, who's dealing with the trauma, and he is dealing with lots of anxiety issues, and he gets a little crazy throughout a couple of moments in this. But I think this is probably the best I ever seen out of Dylan Minnette. I mean, I think he just plays the role of Clay Jensen with great dignity. He plays that character really well, and I'm not gonna lie, I even think Dylan Minnette literally deserved an Emmy nomination. He was actually really that good. Like if the Emmy nominations was announced, I think the Emmy nominations aren't being announced in July. So I don't really know much about the whole qualification of the Emmys, but I'm not gonna lie. I think Dylan Minnette needs an Emmy nomination for this role. I mean, he plays his character just really well, and not only him, the other few actors do such a great job with the show. Like the one who plays Jessica, she's great. The aforementioned, the one who plays Zach Ross Butler, who of course was in Shazam. He was terrific. Yeah, so many of these characters are just really great, and the show do get very intense, especially when you came to season 1, because I mean the suicide scene with Hannah Baker with slaying her wrists. I will admit that scene is probably the most. It's not a bad scene or anything, but it was. I mean, that's just a show that you cannot really watch over again and over again. Because that scene in season 1 was really intense. But of course, season 2. Now, one thing I also really love about season 4, the final season, is this: the episodes are shorter. I'm sorry. This is something about the recent season. Like their episodes are way too long than they should. I mean, just because your show's called 13 Reasons Why doesn't really mean you need freaking 13 episodes. Yeah, I think about 10 or 8 would have just been perfectly. So I'm really I'm happy they did not go for another 13 episodes for the final season. And yeah, the final season I will say is probably the best season since season 1. It's really that good. I mean, like, it was a really nice way to end the show. And not to mention, the show is also a couple of the episodes are also written by Tom McCartney, who also directed the Oscar-winning movie Spotlight. So there's that. But man, the final season is probably the best they've done, and I'm a little disappointed that is ending. But you know what? I feel like at times I'm okay with them just ending it, but I would love to see like how their next career will go, like their college years and all that. But they ended it off just perfectly. I'll be okay if we never really get an announcement of another season. I don't know, maybe a reunion down the line that could be cool. But yeah, as of right now, I think they ended it off just wonderfully. Anyway, let me leave you guys. What did you throw of the final season of 13 Reasons Why? Did you like the final season? Have you been a fan of the show in general? And would you guys actually be down to check out a season 5 if it was announced? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. Consider Team Movie signing off.